Right, what's up, everyone? We're back with the second episode of the Left Clickers podcast. I'm your host, Taco Teagues, and you're accompanied by my best buddies, Ryden, and we have a newcomer today. Welcome, Knox.
Hi. Hi.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back.
Right, so we're back for the second episode, which is amazing because I
Yeah.
normally start a series and I just never come back to it. I'm notorious.
I'm actually kind of upset I missed the last.
You missed the last what?
Really?
The Last Jedi?
I missed the last recording. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Because I really want to talk about E3.
We held a funeral. I mean,
Oh.
we still can, you know. We are talking about the residue, what's left of E3, which, for example, the games that have been missing from E3.
hmm
Yes,
So technically, you didn't miss out much.
didn't miss out much. This is a pretty boring E3.
All right.
Maybe you missed like
Yeah,
70%.
It kind of was.
I would
It
like
really
to
kinda-
file a missing report for these games, starting with Dead Island 2. Where is Dead Island 2?
Oh, yeah.
I've not seen it. It was announced all the way back in E3 2014. It
Yeah,
was-
I remember that. It was like fucking ages ago.
Yeah, it was somewhat mentioned in 2016, and it's been practically gone ever since. What do you guys
And
feel
there
about
was
that?
some like pretty epic gameplay shown in the 2014
Too. And
trailer.
there was a lot of hype for it, too. I remember
Yeah,
that.
I think Dead Island 1 is a pretty flawed game, but I think it was a pretty fun game. I had a great time with it. Dead Island Riptide was it was playable, playable at best. I think Dying Light is like Dead Island but with parkour and less sucky.
It was like somehow Dying Light is like the predecessor of Dead
Like
Island
the
with
spiritual
parkour and stuff.
successor of Dead Island.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah. So Dead Island 2 still gone. Someone get on that. Is the developer still Techland? No, Techland. Is it Dying Light's developer? I don't give a fuck. But where is the game? That's the most important question.
I don't know. Yes, there's just zero news. No buzz at
Right.
all.
We actually have a list here of missing games to talk about. Anyone want to read out the second game on the list?
All right. So the second game will be none other than
Let's...
Half-Life 3.
Hey, what is it?
It's
You
never-
guys can forget about that game.
never coming, guys. It's never.
probably never coming.
It's never.
I still
This is
find
never
it amuses me to see that people are still out there hoping for a Half-Life 3, even though we've never gotten a single mention of the game for the longest time, and people are still holding out for the game. It's quite,
Honestly, right? Half-Life 3 is just a meme.
it's a
It's
meme.
never coming out. It's just gonna stay a meme
It
forever.
has
It
transcended.
will
Forever.
forever. It will forever be a
Forever.
meme until PewDiePie reviews it.
Half-Life 3, next episode of
Then
Meme
it-
Review.
And then it's gonna die straight away.
I-
9 hours. That's it.
I honestly, I don't know. I really don't think that this game will ever happen. Like, just honestly speaking, I could be wrong.
Same
Course.
here. Same here.
Of course.
Yeah, Half-Life-
There's
Plus,
just
I
this
mean-
thing with Valve and the number 3. You know, I mean, there has been a lot of rumors going around about Left 4 Dead 3, but
Yeah.
I highly doubt that we'll ever see a Left 4 Dead 3
I really hope we
or
do.
Portal 3.
You know, in fact,
I mean, I hope we
I
do,
think
definitely.
We will though. I think we will though.
they're Left 4 Dead 3.
Like, yeah. There's so much hype. Like, just this morning, there was so much hype all over.
Yeah, that was
About-
about what?
Rumored.
Oh yeah, there was a rumor recently, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw the article.
Yeah, it was.
It was like the developers are straying away from Valve and like creating their own company and making a Left 4
Production.
Dead 3. Yeah,
Oh really?
but I'm not sure if it's gonna be called Left 4 Dead 3.
Wait, when was Left
That's
4
what
Dead
they're
2?
getting.
Left 4 Dead 2 was out all the way back in 2009, right?
Yeah,
Holy shit, it's been 9 years.
I was still
Yeah.
in primary
Yeah.
school when Left 4 Dead 2 came out, so I'm 21 now, and
Oh, are you old?
that's how long it's.
What are you doing on this show, Grandpa?
Oh.
Hey, you're older than me.
No, it's not true.
I can.
What are you
I can
doing
call you
on
an
the
old man.
show,
I
you
can call you an
ancient
old man.
antique?
I can call you an old man.
Hey, I'm
Ryden,
still
Grandpa
part of the
Hyde.
cool kids, man. All your cats think you're. Yeah.
Hey, I'm still a kid at heart. Okay.
I'm just a baby.
You know, speaking of games we played when we were children, did any of you play Final Fantasy VII when you were younger?
Definitely.
You did. I never actually got the chance to.
I did.
Oh, you did.
Okay, so I was
I
like
did.
a short-term fan of Final Fantasy VII. It
Same,
came out
same.
on the PSP, and I had a blast playing it. And then they made a movie of Final Fantasy VII called the Advent Children.
Oh yeah, Avengers Children.
For those of you who didn't watch it, really, you should go check it out if you're a FF fan. And yeah, that was the period that got me really, hyped about Final Fantasy. Uh, so yeah, I've actually played Final Fantasy VII, and I think that was the only Final Fantasy game that I've played. So
So you must be excited for the remake then.
definitely I am. I want to see like the upgrades in the graphics compared to, the PSP
True.
generation of graphics.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
Final Fantasy actually came out before I was born. Just to let y'all know.
The
I only played it because I had a cousin that had a PSP and then played it his, and he was like, "Come check this out." I was like, "What is this cool shit that I have never seen before in my life?"
Oh yeah.
Little toddler.
I've never
And
played.
then I was like,
Yeah, I've
yeah.
never.
So I am looking forward to it.
I
You should. You should.
I can't say I'm looking forward to it as much as everyone else is, but I think they announced it that they would be using the combat system from Kingdom Hearts or a similar combat system.
Which-
So yeah, if that's the
Which
case,
you love.
yeah, if that's the
which you
case,
love.
then I might actually be excited for it. But it is also on the missing list, announced in 2015 alongside Kingdom Hearts 3, I believe, and it was gone. They just showed like some I think a tech demo, and it missed this year's E3.
Yeah.
It's still gone. Okay. Oh, this just in. We have this breaking news. Breaking news. Square Enix just announced the release date for Final Fantasy VII. It'll be released October 2042. That's just right around the corner, guys.
Great. I'm gonna pre-order it now.
Yeah, oh, speaking of
Keep a
wait.
lookout, guys.
Speaking of pre-order, I remember that there was one game before it was even announced. They just announced the title of the game, and I think it was Bethesda. They were already taking pre-orders for Fallout 76.
Yeah, it's 4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like
4. Ha.
Yes,
4.
they did that. Yeah,
man,
it was like
Oh.
at E3, and then they just announced it,
Yeah.
and okay, you guys can pre-order it now, really quickly.
I think it'll suck.
They just used the E3.
No,
They just-
it's the E3.
I honestly actually am looking forward to Fallout 6 just to see like what Ryden said last episode, how they're gonna do it. Because I am 100% sure that there's just gonna be a bunch of buttholes on
Online.
that is online
Server, no NPC.
server.
No holds
Uh-huh.
barred.
From past
Precise.
experiences, I've learned not to have any expectations. so-
Anyone who has played a single game of Rust will know that you will have a shit time online because everyone is like, I'm a nice person in real life, but now's my chance to be an asshole because no one will see my face.
Yep,
I'm a
I think
bad
the same could be said for DayZ.
The same can be
which-
said. Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. The same
Yeah,
can be
that's
said for me. I'm quite a cunt online. Yeah.
Hey, I think everybody
Ah.
here will be a con online, especially when you have the power to, destroy other people's base if you have the power. Like
Have
GTA Online, I go
Okay, you
around
know what?
killing
Yeah, you're
people.
right. You're right. I was gonna defend myself, but then you're right.
you just need to record
You're right.
me
I am
playing.
like big online.
Yep, you just need to record me playing one game of Dota 2, and you will think that I'm the biggest asshole
Oh.
ever.
Dota
But
2.
it's
Sounds like me
warranted.
playing CS:GO. I think we all have that devil side to us, that evil side when we start playing a competitive game or a game where you get most of the power and you can dominate.
The evil
That's where your evil side comes in.
must be quenched, and I can think of a specific team that can help you with that. The Avengers.
Oh God,
The Avengers.
where
That was-
is the Avengers?
Fun fact, actually, Crystal Dynamics, the developers of the recently popular Tomb Raider series, actually announced an Avengers game. It was announced, I think, last year or the year before, and it's been missing ever since.
I think it was last year because
Yeah.
it was teased last year.
Yeah.
And then many people were expecting them to announce something at this year's E3, but it did not
Yeah.
happen.
Nope, nothing at all.
This
I was
E3
disappointed.
I would
Just
because Crystal
car crash.
Dynamics.
It was a car.
Yeah, Square Enix E3 was a train wreck.
It was just.
Yeah.
Yep.
I also expected
Nope.
to see Borderlands 3 somewhere, but I didn't see it. and there's even talks that it'll only come out in the fiscal year of 2020.
I'll be a grandma by.
Yeah, exactly. I think well, who are the developers for Gearbox, right? Gearbox. They really wasted their
Yeah.
time making Battleborn. They
Battleborn is that Overwatch.
the Overwatch competitor. You remember?
Ew, what? Really?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
actually
that game was
Ew.
like
Oh.
forgotten.
Oh my god. Okay, well,
the mobile style FPS that they made.
Yeah, exactly.
To try and compete.
Exactly. Ew.
And it was
Yep.
a glorious flop. It was a disaster. It did not. I think it didn't take any traction away from Overwatch
You know
in the
what?
slightest.
Gearbox, if you release Borderlands 3, we're just gonna forget about
Yeah, just
that little hump
They
that you had. Just release Borderlands 3. Just do it.
why did they even? They should have just made Borderlands 3 to begin with. Nobody asked
Exactly.
for
Oh.
Battleborn. Nobody did. Nobody did.
I would
Hey.
rather they take all the time, in
And the
perfecting
resources,
one
yeah.
of their main games
Exactly.
than like make another game where they're going to be unsure whether it will be successful or not, which it's a failure for Battleborn.
It was probably Gearbox's hippie phase, you know?
Yeah.
If you think about it. It was probably
yeah.
the hippie phase. Yeah.
The developers, they can go their own creative route. That's perfectly fine. But sometimes you don't. You gotta also listen to the fans, because the gaming industry is ultimately an industry. It's a business. You know.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Yeah. So
Too much marijuana.
nobody
maybe.
was asking for Battleborn, but you know what people are asking for, and Rocksteady might deliver a Justice League game.
What?
Yeah. Y'all know Rocksteady, right?
Oh yeah.
Honestly.
It was rumored of the Justice League game. It's either a Justice League or Superman. I saw an article on Facebook about it, but I didn't really go and
Now,
and read it.
If y'all don't
I
know,
mean, if
Rocksteady.
Rocksteady is gonna make a game based on I mean they made the Arkham series,
Yep,
right?
they made the Arkham series.
So so I mean if there a Justice League is
It
gonna
was
come
good.
out or
Yeah.
a Superman game, I'm all for it, man.
Yeah, I am. Because Arkham was good.
Yeah.
Arkham actually was decent. So,
Arkham Knight
yeah.
is shit.
I think Arkham Knight is the only game that I didn't really like. Like, it wasn't a bad game, but it
Really?
had too much of the Batmobile. Yeah, it just had way too much
Yep.
Batmobile.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it was really
No,
cool.
it was a chore.
Yeah.
It was a chore to play in Batmobile.
Yes,
I was so happy when the Batmobile got destroyed, but then it fucking came back.
It's like, oh, I don't have to drive this shit anymore. And
Yeah.
here I
It
am.
always comes back though.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Oh,
oh fuck.
Oh. Okay, maybe it's just me. It's just me. Okay, it's
Yeah.
just me. It's just a me thing. I'm weird.
I
Okay,
like
it's just me.
the Arkham games are great. I will definitely look forward to anything that Rocksteady makes, but they're more transparent with their projects. They said that they're not ready to show their work at E3 2018, so that's why they didn't make
At
an
least they're
appearance.
honest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
they're honest at least.
Yeah.
And they keep fans posted, so that's
Yeah,
good.
that's the great part. Rocksteady. I mean, I don't even like Batman. Okay, but their game is just so good. Here's hoping Spider-Man does a better job, because Spider-Man is the better
I
hero.
assure you, it's gonna be.
Spider-Man.
It's gonna be better.
You've heard it here,
Spider-Man.
folks. Spider-Man's better than Batman. Fight me. Fight me.
It's
I
true
agree
though.
with,
Spider-Man
I
is
agree with
better.
Taco there.
Spider-Man's better than Batman.
I
Yeah,
agree with
Spider-Man
you there.
is
I
better.
can already hear the dislikes. Oh, I was just clicking on the dislike button. So yeah.
I'm certain
So
that Spider-Man's gonna be.
Spider-Man. Yes, it is. Speaking of games we're excited for, aside from Spider-Man, there are not many releases in July, but anything you're excited for game releases in July in particular?
I've looked at the list of the games releasing in July, and sorry to any of these games fans out there that I don't know like more than half of these games or haven't really heard about them.
Yeah.
I think they're more smaller titles. I don't know, like none of these games really make me
Seriously?
excited, except for
Are you
maybe Red Faction Guerrilla
Red Faction.
Remastered, because that was
Yeah.
a pretty interesting game. Although I've never played it, I've watched gameplay of it. So I don't know. Maybe I may or may not get that game.
Well,
As
for
a-
me, it's
Yeah, go ahead.
definitely Octopath.
Octopath Traveler.
Octopath, it's so pretty. Okay, I'm a sucker for art style first off, and the style is so cool.
Yeah.
Style of the game, cool.
I'm a sucker for JRPGs in general, except when they're too anime-ish. Sometimes they take it too far with the I don't know what's the word for it, but like, you know, it's all screamy, fan servicey, just a harem of girls. I don't really dig that. That's why the Tales series is all right. And one of the first few RPGs I picked up from Nintendo on Nintendo devices, particularly, was Bravely Default, and that game blew my mind. That game was amazing. So I'm definitely picking up Octopath Traveler because I have a Switch, so might as well. And you know, Square Enix, they make good JRPGs.
They do.
Except for Final Fantasy
They do,
13. That game was boring as hell.
We talk about that.
Yeah.
One.
Final
We'll
Fantasy
just skip over
13.
that one that didn't exist. We're looking forward to what's up.
And the worst part is Final Fantasy 13. Oops, that's my phone. The Final Fantasy 13 was the first Final Fantasy that I've played.
Oh, really?
It's a really shit way to
Yeah,
start.
he didn't get to do the Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I didn't play 7, I didn't play 8. I played the
Shit.
Crisis Core, the PSP, but I played that after I played 13. So
Yeah, Crisis Core was the 7.
yeah, Crisis 7. But it's not the original one from way back in the day. You know, I didn't get to play that either.
The original ones were like kind of like a board game.
The-
I don't know how to
The
explain
2D
that. You, like,
turn-based game.
yeah,
It's a bit like
2D,
Pokemon.
and then you have to like select a square for your character to move to and stuff like that.
I played
There were different variations of Final Fantasy back then.
there's Final Fantasy Tactics. I played the original Final Fantasy 1 and Final Fantasy 3 or 4. Those were great. The one with the where the Onion Knight character came from, but it wasn't exactly Onion Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Final. I would like to play more. So I didn't play 15. 15 just doesn't look fun at all, to be honest. Maybe I'll pick it up.
I've never played 15, so I can't really judge it. You know.
I would play 15 just for the cooking.
Yeah,
For
the food looks
the
good.
food does
Just
look
for
good,
the
yeah.
food. Yeah, it looks so good. And oh my god, the ramen cups are so. The ramen cups. Just the ramen
Speaking of
cups
food,
are OP.
there was no new Cooking Mama game.
Oh, shut up.
I used to play Cooking Mama all the time. It was really fun.
That was my childhood.
I do. Yo, I still have Cooking Mama on my Nintendo.
Yeah, Cooking Mama. That was a game that I would buy my Nintendo. I had a Nintendo DS, and my mom bought it purely for me. But because of Cooking Mama, she would steal it, and I would have like less playtime thanks to her. Because she just had that much fun.
She would play Cooking Mama.
Yeah, she would play Cooking Mama.
I had a bunch of Cooking DS when I was younger, and it went on so crazy that I even bought Jamie Oliver's Nintendo DS game.
I thought your favorite was Gordon Ramsay, not Jamie Oliver.
Oh,
Crap.
It's Jamie.
Ooh. Oh,
Yeah,
crap.
you're totally my best friend,
Yeah. No, like
Yo, what about No Man's Sky?
No Man's Sky.
Y'all heard? July 24
Wait,
on
no.
the Xbox One.
Okay, I'm gonna do this mandatory thing that I do with the things that I don't care about. No one gives a fuck about No Man's Sky. All right,
I mean,
it's
it's
the same.
already proven to be a real
No,
failure,
it's
so I don't
shit.
understand
No, I
why
just
they want
wanna-
to release it on the Xbox One.
I don't get. Why are you trying to do? I think they're just trying to milk the Xbox One
I-
fanatic.
Don't understand.
No one gives a fuck about No Man's Sky.
Everyone knows Xbox fanatics are sorry, not sorry.
Is she
It's
cutting
a
off?
stupid, freaking. It's a stupid system. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
Here's the thing about No Man's Sky, okay? I present to you a turd. It's a turd. You wouldn't want to eat the turd. You wouldn't want to do anything with the turd. Now let's say I polished the turd, all right? Sure, it's a better turd than it was previously, but ultimately all you have is just a shinier turd. That's No Man's Sky. You can patch it, you can update it. It's just gonna be a shiny turd. But you know what I hope isn't going to be a shiny turd? Boku no Hero One's Justice, a 3D fighting game that'll be releasing on October 26th, right on the same day as Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes, have you all finished Boku no Hero?
I have.
I
Great
have.
anime. Great anime. Great manga.
Mhm. It is awesome. Like there
Oh.
weren't many good anime out there. So
I have yet to catch up. Fuck.
You just gotta catch up. Boku no Hero is really good.
It-
I have yet to
is
catch up. I've been too busy to
refreshing.
catch up. Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna catch up right after this.
It's the new
Right,
awesome shonen anime. I think it's great. It
Mhm.
has, like Tokyo Ghoul, it really has given me quite a lot to do on my weekly schedule. Tokyo Ghoul, the manga, by the way, not the anime. The manga's great. The anime needs a lot of work. Right? Yeah. So it's one of the better shonen animes, and it's not too shonen-y. Like, you know, you don't have people screaming out another guy's name and be like, oh yeah, the power of friendship, Naruto's famous Talk no Jutsu, and everyone's a good guy now.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, and I think unlike One Piece, you actually know what the characters want to get into. Yeah,
That one. Nope.
Unpopular
Nope.
opinion. Ooh.
Nope. Nope.
I-
I'm not gonna thread that
Unpopular
line, so-
opinion.
I
F1. Okay, y'all can fire me for this, hate me for this. I don't care. I hate one. There.
personally have tried a couple episodes of One Piece, and I couldn't get into it. It just seemed really
Same
boring.
here.
Yeah, I just couldn't get into it.
It's
Not at all.
it's too draggy for me. I've watched to like episode 130 or something like that,
Oh
and
my god, you went that
couldn't-
You
far.
hear that?
I couldn't get into it
You
anymore.
hear that? This is the sound of dislikes. It's coming in. Coming in. Do
I
you
mean,
th-
it is a fact. I mean,
Y'all basic.
I mean, I can't blame, you know, or I can't judge people who enjoy certain
Dislikes.
anime or like certain shows, but I don't know. There's kind of like a limit, in my opinion, to how far one can go with production of anime, movie, or TV series. Like a very good example would be Naruto. I'm a fan of Naruto, but Naruto Shippuden, the Ninja War just got. It was too long-winded. It went too far.
yeah.
To the point where like they kept adding fillers and fillers and fillers. The fillers could go on for a year, and I just lost interest of Naruto
Just a
then. Like I just
really
read the
long
manga
arc.
and that was it.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you hear that? That was me yawning at One Piece episode. Okay, moving on.
dislike. Oh, but Boku no Hero is not the only game. Not the only anime getting a game. Kill la Kill, one of my favorite anime, is actually getting a game
Yes.
by the famous Arc System Works. These guys
Yes.
are known for
Yes.
making incredibly good
Yes.
fighting games.
Yes.
Yeah.
If there's one thing to look for, it is definitely this game next year.
Yeah, Kill la Kill.
I am so excited for it.
Yeah.
Who did not love Kill la Kill? Come on,
I
it was
love Kill la
perfect.
Kill. It wasn't the smartest or it didn't have the most intelligent plot, but it was just
No,
it
it
really
didn't.
fun to watch. Yeah, it's
I
The
never
art
watched it.
style and the voice acting was so good.
Oh yeah, it was ooh style. It had really good voice acting. It was just high octane, over the top, but it was fun. You know, it didn't take itself too seriously. Yeah, Kill la Kill's great. I will definitely pick this game up because Arc System Works. They make great games.
What
Gonna
was
get
their previous games by Arc
They
System?
oh crap, it's really hard to list. But I don't really play their games because they make really niche fighting games, and the only reason why I don't play fighting games is because I suck at fighting games. So they made games like Blaze Blue, and I think they worked on the recent Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which is really well received.
Oh, no. Yep, that
Oh
was awesome.
yeah. That I remember. That was really it had some really good reviews
Yeah.
for a Dragon Ball Z fighting
So
game.
these guys, whenever the video game fighting community, they see them make a game, they're immediately excited because they know these guys will make a
Yeah.
great fighting game.
Well, they have a good reason to get excited.
They are the, oops, sorry, notifications just going crazy. They are the Platinum Games of the fighting game side. Platinum's really good for action games. These guys are really good for fighting games. So Kill la Kill
Platinum,
definitely
the
gonna be
hack
great.
and slash kings.
But you know what? You know what type of game we have seen enough of? The Battle Royale. I am sick
agree.
of seeing developers doing nothing but making more and more Battle Royale games thinking they
Battle
can
Royale.
get a piece of the pie. Like, hey, let's compete with Fortnite and PUBG.
Y'all,
Rules of survival.
it's a business. They're just gonna milk this kind of thing until, you know, the trend ends. You just gotta win.
And one of the
so
biggest
let's-
game developers working on Call of Duty is even they're even putting a focus on the Battle Royale genre.
This to me has gone a little far for the gaming industry in general. Like taking a step back and looking at how this battle royale thing started. Now I'm not sure who started it first, H1Z1
H1Z1?
or PUBG.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, because I heard H1Z1 kind of transitioned to a battle royale game instead of a zombie game. King of the Kill. Yeah, so
or
I'm
King
not sure
Royale,
which
yeah.
came first, but all right, let's assume PUBG came first. Okay, so that was the era where PUBG was born. People were getting into
We
the
were
game.
excited. Yeah.
Yeah, it was still fresh. It was still
It was
new.
fun. It
Um,
Holy
was
crap!
fun.
It was
to
so
me,
unplayable though at the start.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but it was an interesting concept. People were
Yeah.
having fun. In my opinion, that period was the golden period for Battle
Yeah.
Royale. Now, you
Golden.
can have something good, but too much of something good is
It's
bad,
a bad,
which is
bad.
what is happening now. I mean, with the addition of Fortnite, I'm totally fine with that. You know, Fortnite, PUBG, their battle royale. Just that Fortnite, it's basically a Minecraft battle royale. Uh, but I would have appreciated it more if it just stopped at Fortnite, not like freaking mobile games like Rules of Survival,
Oh
and
yeah.
then you have blatant rip-offs of PUBG,
Yeah.
and now even AAA developers are jumping up
Trying to
on the
get.
bandwagon. It's just
Yeah.
not right
Oh.
to
Yeah,
me.
Yeah.
they're all
So
trying to get in on that battle royale cash cow. Like
mhm.
even the,
Yeah.
the Battlefield 5 will be having a battle royale mode.
Yeah, but they're not calling it battle royale, so that's like what the hell? You
But
said
everybody
battle
knows it's
royale,
better
but yeah,
royale.
it is
Yeah.
Yeah,
battle royale. They're not calling battle. So I'm like, why? Like, if it's battle royale, just say it's battle
Yeah.
royale.
Who are
Don't
you trying to
say
lie
it's
to? It's
not really
obvious it's not
battle
better royale.
royale. It's actually the whatever
Ah.
the
it's
fucking
actually
guy
just
called
Whatever.
it.
having 100 random people on an island and fighting to the death until there's only one guy. Yep, not battle
Yeah,
royale.
that yeah, exactly. So I don't know. It's just been too much, and then everyone's on their phone playing Rules of Survival, and then you look
No,
at
that's where
the
I drew the line, yo.
yeah,
That
it's
was
like
when
you,
I
you look at
that
the
thing.
gameplay for Rules of Survival. For those of you who don't know what Rules of Survival is, this may or may not be an Asian thing, okay? Rules of
Yeah.
Survival, but basically it's a blatant copy and ripoff of PUBG. The UI is about the same, the weapons are almost the same, the graphics, the play area is around the same.
Yeah, it's from the same
So
size.
basically, it's a carbon copy of PUBG, but it's on mobile, so people are playing it more because
No.
it's on the move. And because of this game, I think because of this game, PUBG had to make their own mobile version of the game.
It was
Yeah,
getting too
definitely.
big. And I can already hear the China, China, China comment. Or the China, China, China thoughts. Yo, not everything Asian is Chinese. China, Chinese, okay?
I,
Calm down.
I like the concept of the battle royale. You just have 100 random people, you dump them on an island, and it's just pick up the guns, start shooting each other. And at the start, I'm like, hey,
Mhm.
this is very barbaric and simple. This is great.
Mhm.
And I had a lot of fun, made fun. The interactions I've had with the people online are toxic. Like, there's just a bunch of China people going, China number one for no reason in PUBG. And at first,
Yeah.
it was fun. It was simple. You just dive in, pick up guns, kill people. But after a while, the formula gets really stale. It just doesn't get fun. And Fortnite added another layer to that by adding building. But even then, I found it really boring fast. And
It's too simple to a point where it gets really tedious to keep playing it,
it's
and
like the new
the
zombie
win
game.
is not, yeah.
Yeah, it's just really
And
tedious.
the formula is just far too recycled. Far too recycled.
Yeah, and it's okay if there are a
Just,
couple of guys that do it, but there's just too many
yeah.
battle royale come. Like
There's,
there's a new one coming out in early access. God, I hate early
yeah, was it
access.
Fear the Wolves?
Yeah, Free the Wolves. It's coming out sometime in July, I think. It's a new battle royale game.
Hopefully, the freaking Battle Royale bandwagon is going to die by then, but I highly doubt
It's not. It's gonna be here to stay for quite a while. It's like
it. Oh, I
uh,
just wanted to die. Just go away.
I'm
Go
totally
away.
fine with it staying, but I think developers
No.
should try and
True.
innovate a little bit more. Like Call of Duty,
Yeah.
they don't even have a single player campaign, but they'll have a battle royale mode. Like, what's up with that? Like the single player campaigns are one of the best reasons to play Call of Duty,
True.
and now it's completely
You are
omitted.
right. You are right.
Yeah.
If
And
they introduce new types of gameplay into Battle Royale, I really would give it another try.
you know what would be great? In the
Mhm.
past, there was a rumor that DICE would have a dinosaur mode in Battlefield where you fight against dinosaurs. Where's that,
Is
Dice?
it true though?
Give me.
Yeah,
no,
I
it
mean,
never happened. Give me that
never
shit.
happened,
I want to
right?
play that.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
I would-
Sounds so cool.
Can you imagine it's unrealistic as fuck, but picture this. You're on a field. You're getting shot down. Two people are pinning you down with machine guns. You're like, fuck, what do I do? Let me call upon my trusty T-Rex.
Dude,
It just
that's
comes in like, blah, 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 blah.
A 12-foot freaking.
Like,
Yeah.
like whatever, just giant dinosaur roaming across the field, just smashing fools left and right. That would have been great.
Weaponizing dinosaurs.
Yo, if that freaking dinosaur was the dinosaur from Toy Story, I would have loved that.
That needs to be.
I would love that. I would just.
That needs to be a
That would
DLC
be like-
skin.
Dice.
Dice.
A DLC.
A add-on
A
skin for
A
that.
Toy Story DLC.
Dice, you heard it here.
God.
You've heard it
Oh,
here.
God.
If you want to add unrealistic things into your games like prosthetic arms, add dinosaurs. I want to see it.
Dinosaurs.
Take notes.
Make it even more unrealistic. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly. If you're already gonna do it all the way. You don't put your dick in
Go.
halfway. Put it all the way in. Put
Yeah.
Dice.
Go
make
big
it happen.
or go
Oh,
home.
Now.
Okay. Okay, guys.
Now,
Okay.
the age-old question, all right? This needs to be answered. Is it worth spending on a gaming chair? $500, $600, $700. Is it worth it?
No. Even if it's only $3.99.
No, it's not.
I knew you were gonna say
It's
that.
not- it's not
I
worth it.
freaking knew you would say that.
It's not.
But
I mean,
can
come
you
on.
do?
I own
I'm
a
not gonna
gaming chair. All right. But I would say.
Right. You don't have a say anymore.
I mean,
You
yeah,
are
but no.
officially
The short answer really is no. In my
removed.
defense, I bought it on a sale, so
How much did you buy it for? Then you answered the question.
I only $3.99.
$3.99. You know what you could have done
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
$3.99? Could have saved some Haitian kids, which were hungry. But would I like to own a gaming chair? Absolutely. It's a huge waste of money, but I like one. They look really comfy.
It is comfy.
I'm
It is.
currently sitting on a
Oh.
park chair because my office chair broke down.
I have an office chair, and I'm fine with it. So I don't need no gaming.
I'd really like a
Bah.
new chair. Really can. It's pretty great. Speaking of chairs.
But can you do this? Okay.
Oh my god.
It's really stupid. God, it's-
No. We're bending right in. No.
Moving on. Moving
Right.
on.
Moving on.
What games are you all playing currently? We have to do this every week because we gotta let people know what we're playing.
Okay.
Let's go
Why don't I
with
go
the
first?
newest member right now.
Yeah, what are you
Let's
playing?
go with her first. Yeah.
Y'all are gonna call me so toxic because the newest game that I'm playing is called House Flipper.
Wait, what?
Have
Can
y'all
you-
heard that?
what's that called?
House
House.
Flipper.
House Slipper.
House Flipper.
Flipper. You
House Flipper.
flipper.
Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
assuming from the title you flip houses.
Totally.
It's a mobile game?
No, it's a Steam game.
Tell
It's
us
kind
more
of-
about it. Like
All right,
give us
okay.
some
Fuck is
explanation.
that? I
of
gotta
what that
say-
game is about.
I don't. Y'all,
It's my first
okay,
time
it's
hearing
a-
about it.
It's a therapeutic stress relieving game. All right.
I gotta
It's
Google
where
it.
you buy a house, you get a rundown house, you revamp the entire thing, and you
Okay.
sell it for more dosh. Okay, that's house flipping.
Okay,
Literally.
so
And then
Okay.
there are side projects where you clean up other people's houses and redo their walls and all of that. Basically, it's like by Sarah Cleanup Detail, but with a lot more things to do.
okay,
What the
so
fuck?
correct me if I'm wrong here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if
Why?
I'm wrong, but you
Why?
basically buy an expensive
I
ass
bought a
house.
cleaning game.
You renovate it, you know, make it really nice, and then you just destroy it.
I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the description on Steam. It just reads House Flipper is a unique chance to become a one-man renovation crew. Buy, repair, and remodel devastated houses. Give them a second life and sell them at a profit. And I'm looking at the gameplay, and I'm telling you, I actually want to play this game.
Yes, it is so freaking therapeutic. Okay, y'all, the reason why I missed last week's episode, okay, for anybody new, I wasn't here for the last episode, is because I was busy in real life doing something really, really stressful, and I just had to de-stress. And I play a cleaning game.
Yeah,
Play a freaking cleaning game. Okay?
Oh my God! I'm looking at the gameplay right now. You
Yeah.
just really just clean up the entire.
You
freaking-
clean up
Yes,
and
you
renovate.
do, but it's
What
so
the?
nice. You guys are underestimating this.
No,
Okay,
I'd
it
actually
is
play it.
therapeutic as
Yeah,
frick.
I think
Yeah,
I'd actually play the
precisely.
game.
I would
I'll
play
get you
it.
the game
I
if you're
want to
gonna play
play it, but if only it was on sale though. It's
know what,
freaking
guys?
18
Guys?
bucks.
Guys, I'm gonna look at you guys. And then you'll understand why I want to play the game. Why I play the game, okay?
I'll actually play it.
I'll get you the game.
Understandable, you know. I buy it.
But as for me, I'm currently playing lots of Dota 2 and The Witcher 3, which I didn't get the chance to finish, and I'm still playing. The Witcher 3 is a great game. Honestly, if you've all probably played it already, so it's no point in me trying to sell you the game.
Well, for me, I'm currently just playing like, you know, Counter-Strike and mostly Grand Theft Auto 5. I've just basically got to modding the game really hardcore just because, you know, the base game is pretty boring, so you just got to spice things up a little. Add a little script, add a little vehicle mod, add a little this and that.
Add a little,
all fun.
add a
all
little
fun and
nude
games, you know.
mod, it's like gotta get that.
Those are kind of buggy, so I didn't do that yet.
Wow,
But
so-
yeah, you know the gist of it.
I've never played modded GTA. I've just played vanilla GTA, and that's about it.
Modded GTA is interesting, but it just keeps crashing my game after like 1 hour of gameplay. So
The only game I've ever modded is a game called Factorio. It's a little bit like the House Flipper game.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Yeah. But it's more like tycoon. You build stuff, you defend your base.
Yeah.
And I've poured tons of hours into the game. It's fun. I'd recommend it. You play it with a group of friends. Play it with like a group of four.
What game is it called?
It's called Factorio.
Yeah.
Factorio.
Like
Factory,
fact, then
but with
audio.
IO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Factorio.
I've heard of it, but I
Oreo.
just
Oh.
couldn't get into it because
Yeah.
I am not into the type those kind.
Me
Kind
neither.
of reminds me
I'm
of
still hung
the
up about it.
Backyard Monsters.
Yeah, I actually don't play any of these types of games, but my friend was like, "Please, can you play it with me? I need someone to play with." And I'm like, "Okay, fine. It's $20. What could go wrong?" And I played it. I'm like, "God damn, this game is fun. It's really fun."
You know what else is fun?
What?
You know what else is fun? House Flipper.
House
Y'all,
Flipper.
I'm still hung up about that, okay?
I think we.
It's fun.
Yeah, it looks actually
Yeah,
it looks
okay.
decent.
It looks
It looks like a
decent.
game
Yeah,
I would
it
play.
looks decent.
I'll get you guys. Trust
Yeah.
me. When you
It's
play it, when you're stressed,
therapeutic.
you'll understand.
House Flipper
You'll
looks
learn.
fun.
Y'all,
know?
if you guys are listening and you want a therapeutic game, get House Flipper. Trust me on this. You'll thank me.
I'm
for
looking
it,
at a
okay?
video of a YouTuber playing House Flipper, and all he's doing is smashing walls with a hammer. Yeah, that's therapeutic. I agree.
That is
I agree.
therapeutic. Yeah,
It
you know,
is
you come home from a
therapeutic.
bad day, you turn on the PC, you like, all right, you turn on House Flipper, and then you just start smashing stuff. after a
Y'all,
bad
y'all,
day.
y'all wanna inside info on House Flipper? Smash the bottom of the wall first, and then go all the way to the top, and you smash the top. It's so satisfying. It comes down like whoosh, in one swoop.
But I
You
read
just
that
gotta keep hammering.
you're supposed to renovate the houses, not go all Al
Not just-
Qaeda. No,
You know what? It doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. Just gotta do what you want to
They-
the house, and you can
They
still sell it at a
pay you for
profit.
it, and you still get paid. And
Like-
you still get paid.
Oh, I might. Here's $50,000. Do whatever the fuck you want to my house.
Yes. Okay.
I've seen
Ryder, what
a
about you?
DLC for some nukes on the house
What?
at the Steam page. Yeah, there's like this
Wait, there's DLC for
free
nukes.
DLC. Yeah, I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think
It's
I saw
it's a
it.
newly added thing.
Yeah, it's a free DLC
called-
apparently.
Yeah. It's the was it
What?
Fallout? What was it?
Yeah, it's right here.
Nukes.
Apocalypse Flipper DLC
Yeah, the
is
Apocalypse.
free.
Yeah. The Apocalypse
It
DLC.
says it right here, and there's like nukes and a door. What's that? What's that?
Time to get it.
Ah,
Mm,
20,
time
20
out.
bucks. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I could do for
It's-
20
Okay,
bucks?
fine. You see,
No,
guys,
no,
this is what
it's
you
like,
try to take a hint. All right. Okay, fine. Get it.
no, it's like, I 20 bucks as an adult, fresh out of national service with no job, $20. It's like, that's 5 meals. You know what I'm saying?
You're talking to a freaking.
It's
student
not
who
like
has
5
been
meals.
jobless
It is
for
5
8 months.
meals.
Do
You're talking to a student that has been jobless for 8 months.
do
I
you
still
have
got it,
an
all right?
allowance from your parents?
No, I don't.
Really? What the fuck?
Yeah. They cut it off as soon as I graduated.
Damn, son. Wait, you've
Well, that is
graduated?
a sub-
Holy crap, right.
Yo.
Oh yeah, you
Yo.
graduated.
Oh
Oh
my
shit.
God.
Yo are my okay. These are my best friends, ladies and
Well,
gentlemen.
I just couldn't keep
Hmm.
track of time. I can't even remember when I graduated. I think it was last year. No, wait, last year I
My
was in
best
NS.
friend.
I can't even fucking remember. Dude,
I think I
school used to be.
graduated at like,
Jeez,
wait,
man, I
when did I
can't.
graduate? Shit.
Yes, wow, it's been a really long time. It's been a really long time.
Time flies, doesn't
Time
it? When
flies.
you're not even having
Uh,
fun.
But you know what is a good way to tide you over while you wait for the new Avengers? Ant-Man and the Wasp.
mm.
Yeah,
A
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
masterpiece. In the
Every
We have all caught it, right?
every one of us has watched it just in time for this
Yes.
podcast. And what do you guys think?
I
of the
just
movie?
came back from watching it, guys.
It's really
And I
fresh
just
in your
watched
mind.
it yesterday.
Yeah, I watched it on
Yes.
I
Friday.
just came back. Yeah, man.
I have so much to say about this. Come, let's start.
Yeah, so okay, so let's start with the simple things. Did you like the movie?
Definitely
enjoyed it.
yes.
Yes,
Definitely.
I loved it. I freaking loved it.
Sure.
I thought it was great. I loved
It's
the
really fun.
yeah. It's like I was one of the only few people in my family hyped up for the first Ant-Man. So I saw
Really?
Paul Rudd. Yeah, Paul Rudd was cast, and I freaking love Paul
Yeah, I
Rudd.
was excited by it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like,
really excited.
I booked tickets 2 weeks in advance, and my dad was like, "Man, why are you so excited for Ant-Man?" And we all, hey,
What's
It
gonna
does
do?
sound like your dad.
yeah, okay, guys, I'm not being racist. I did not do like a black voice just because, not for fun. My dad is actually black, so that's why I did.
Yeah. So yeah, he's fine.
Yeah. So yeah,
Also, the
Yep.
star of the show. Come on, it was the little girl. It was his daughter. His daughter was the best thing.
Okay,
not the
okay,
best,
hold on.
but
Before
she
we
was
continue
awesome.
further, okay, we should
Oh,
call it
spoiler
out
alert.
that this may
Yeah,
be a
spoiler alert.
potential spoiler discussion.
Oh,
So
yeah,
if
definitely.
you haven't watched Ant-Man and the Wasp yet, you could pause this, buy your ticket, watch it, come back, and resume this podcast.
And
Okay?
if you
Or
haven't
you could
already,
just keep forward.
yeah, you could.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, some people like
You
spoilers.
just
Like
keep forward. It's
my
fine.
friend just read all the spoilers for Infinity War before he watched it. Like, where's the fun in that?
Oh man,
Oh, there are people like that though. They want to know the spoilers. And no, well, they would go into the movie theater because one of my best friends is like that. She reads all the spoilers for the stupid movie first, and then she goes to the movie theater, and then she goes,
Why?
"Hey, so this is what they were talking about."
Is it Rachel?
What?
No, it's
That's,
not. Someone else.
Like, yeah, I
Not-
don't know. I don't know why people do that. That's pretty weird. But I went into
They just want to
Ant-Man.
know, like, hey,
What?
yeah.
I went into Ant-Man
But-
and the Wasp expecting a typical movie, like a superhero movie, because the trailer, they built Ghost up as like a villain, and like Louise's character in the trailer said that she stole Hank Pym's tech, and that's why she's able to move through walls. But if you watch the movie, that's not the case at all.
It's a completely different story.
Yeah,
It's completely different, correct?
yeah, the trailer is building up something completely different, which is great. I thought
Misleading.
Yeah,
its
like-
finest.
the trailer was like she wants to take over the world or something. I'm like, oh no, please don't make it like a typical villain again.
But she looks so hot though.
Yeah, I forgot the actress's name. Yeah, she was. I was just surprisingly British in this movie.
Yes.
And when I
Okay.
first saw her, I thought she was Valkyrie.
What? No, they look
Mm.
so different.
I mean, hey, the suit, the color, I thought
Yeah,
it
it-
was for like a split second. And
Not
I'm like,
that-
okay, that's
Oh, right then.
You know, they're
But
both.
she was cool though.
Yeah, she's
like,
really
she
cool.
was
it
cool.
is. She was. She was.
Yeah, the movie
Her
was.
backstory was really cool.
Yeah, Ghost's backstory was amazing. The movie was great. It didn't take
Mhm.
itself too seriously, and it was really it was a really standalone
It was
movie.
fun.
Yeah, not too
It
many
was
references to the Avengers and the overarching Marvel series. It was just like the 1st.
Mhm.
Speaking of freaking, y'all, the mid-credit scene.
Oh yeah.
The mid-credit scene got me so mad.
Okay, we'll get to that, shortly.
Y'all, okay, we'll slowly.
That's-
Yeah.
We'll get to that. later.
One thing I want to ask you guys is, what do you guys love about this movie? So for me, I found that because it's still really fresh in my mind right now. It was a really lighthearted movie. It was
Yeah,
fun
that's
to
what-
watch, and I love how it kind of closes some plot holes from the first Ant-Man.
Really?
Like it answers some questions from the first Ant-Man, like where
Like
where did Hope's mom, I mean, is Hope's mom
Oh.
still alive, or and they kind of linked some of the events to the Germany thing in Civil War
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah.
true.
stuff like that. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I just like how these things just connect so naturally and smoothly, and
Smoothly,
and,
yeah.
and then at certain points of the movie, like when stuff happened, you're like, oh, so that's what
So
happened
that's
in
what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so movie, and oh, okay, yeah. It's really, it's really fun, and it's. I felt refreshed watching it.
It was fun. It was well directed and well shot, and it had some of the most comedic scenes, but also heartwarming at the same time. They were able to blend
Yeah, they
comedy
were so heartwarming.
and
Yeah, I was
heartwarming.
just gonna say.
Like the one part where Janet takes over Scott's body, and she's being all like wifey, all motherly.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god.
Really,
His
the
acting
whole
was
theater
so
was
on
up
point.
with laughter.
It was so funny, but at the same time, it was so touching. Somehow they managed to blend these two
Yeah,
into right. Yeah, that was a
that
really
was
good
a
scene.
godlike move.
Yeah.
It was
God.
amazing that none of them were like too weirded out, you know?
And then
They
Scott-
just accepted it and they went along with it and they like, oh, it was so good.
Yeah, it was really good. And
man.
like
Acting
Scott
is
was
on
holding
point.
Hank Pym's hand, and I'm like, what?
And then he touched his face.
Oh
I was
yeah,
like, oh my god, but yes.
that was a really
Oh,
good
my
scene.
God.
That scene that was my favorite scene from the movie, and
That was nice.
it was
Oh,
just
definitely
the same slapstick humor from the first movie. Paul Rudd just
First.
carried this movie. Okay, Paul Rudd
Yeah,
and
he
his
is.
chemistry with Evangeline Lilly, so good. So good. I like the one part where he was on the ant and they kept getting eaten by seagulls, and he's like, "I'm gonna call you Antonio Banderas."
And then he died like, no, Antonio.
It's all
Yeah, I
all the fun stuff from the first movie.
I like
And-
the
and-
relationship.
and then
with
there's-
Scott.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, it's still heartwarming because you can see that his character, he still really loves his daughter. and
Yeah.
his daughter is his number one priority.
Yep.
Mhm.
That was, well, to me, that was his
Yeah,
priority.
she was such
she
a
was
little.
so sweet.
Yeah, she's such a little sweetheart. And the part where he was in the street as Giant Man, and he was all big,
yeah.
and everyone was like, "What?" And she's the only one smiling creepily.
Smiling.
Yeah, she is.
Like, yeah, that's my daddy.
Oh my.
I like how she defended her dad though from the cops.
Ooh,
Oh, from the
yeah.
FBI. Oh yeah.
She's like,
Yeah, she was like,
he's
Blocking
barfing
the
like a
staircase.
lot,
Like a lot.
a lot.
How did that guy become an FBI agent? He's so incompetent,
I know.
but he was
The
so
magic trick in the
funny.
front, how did you do that?
That's a comedy of it. Come
Yeah,
on,
like
yeah.
he was doing the magic trick, and he's like, "How did you do that?
in the
Like, do what? The magic trick?
and in the
Seriously?"
office and in the office when like the dude barged in and all the cars just flew away
Oh yeah, he was.
from his hand. That was
Did you at least
amazing.
not?
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
learning.
yeah, precisely.
He was trying to learn
Oh,
the
that was
magic
fun.
trick that Scott did. That was funny. Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, this movie was just and the part where they shrunk the lab, and all of a sudden all the authorities were just around there, like all the cops. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
that was
oh
cool.
my
that was
god,
cool.
that was like,
That was
whoa.
cool.
Yeah, so
Why
overall.
were they hiding behind the building?
Yeah, oh yeah, they're just waiting, because they
Yeah,
knew where they
well,
were.
what the
It was a
fuck?
stakeout.
They knew they had to
Yeah.
come out. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was so cool.
Yeah, it was a fun movie
Oh
from
my God.
start to finish.
And the
It
truth
was, it
serum
was.
part,
Oh,
the truth serum bit was so good.
It is
I
not the
loved
truth
it.
serum.
it's not a true serum.
It is not the truth serum. I'm telling you right now.
That was.
I'm not racist, by the way.
And
Yes,
that
sir.
and that little rap that he goes through,
The little what?
like he going through when he was injected with the truth serum,
Uh-huh.
like get the freaking Latino guy.
Oh yeah, he had the
don't know.
flashback scene to when they first met in prison.
Yeah,
Hi, I'm
yeah,
Scott.
yeah,
You're either
yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
best friends.
And he had his like locks and everything. Oh, that was so good.
Dude, that was wait, no, that was
That
my
was
favorite part of it. It was like everyone just the lip syncing was so on point.
So
with the-
good. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
Like,
he was so. I'm sorry, I forgot his name, but
Luis,
Latino guy.
Luis, right? I think. It was
Luis, yes,
yeah, Luis. Yeah, Luis.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
all the characters, even the side characters, were just absolutely fun to watch. The Chinese FBI agent, the Asian FBI agent, Wu, he was really funny. Michael Douglas was good. Michelle Pfeiffer as Janet Van Dyne was
Pfeiffer.
also really good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all and even the one part where what's that? The guy with a weird accent, because they were talking about ghosts, and
Oh,
he
the
was like,
Southern accent.
yeah, Baba Yaga.
Yeah, the
and,
Russian guy.
they're all ignoring him.
No, and then the part when Ghost comes in, do you remember the part when Ghost comes in? They were like, oh, this is like Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga.
No, when he said
Then
Baba
started singing.
Yaga, I thought John Wick was coming in.
Yeah, John Wick was like, hey,
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
the villain
that
wasn't exactly a villain.
a
It
villain.
was, yeah,
Yeah.
it was this person that was really desperate to
Mhm.
to, you know, to
Tragic.
keep her life, you
Yeah.
know. And she
She
would
was-
go,
Just someone who was afraid of dying.
yeah, she would go at any length to ensure that she wouldn't die.
Mhm.
That,
Just- Yeah.
yeah, it's
Can't
In my opinion,
say
there
I
weren't really
relate,
any
but
real villains
Cats, what?
in this. Sorry, what?
Wait, you what villains?
there wasn't any
No, I
real
mean-
villain.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in this movie there wasn't any real villain other than that little businessman guy who
Oh,
tries
yeah.
to, you know,
That
It's
dickhead.
steal the
Thousand
building.
Yeah,
But that
All these got
dickhead
rid of
was
him, but-
powerless.
that guy was so
Yeah, they
annoying.
got rid of him. Yeah, he was just he was more of a nuisance than anything.
Like
Yeah.
Hope got in the van. She's like, "What? You again?"
Yeah, she's like, oh, I'm over it.
Yeah, that guy was a freaking. I think Ghost was
Wait,
a really good bad guy though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is. Like you could relate to her.
She put up a
You know?
really good fight, and she has
Mhm.
pretty cool powers.
I love
She
her
does,
powers,
and
actually.
it's
the
not like-
phasing and stuff.
She didn't have a bad. She wasn't there for nothing. That
Oh, yeah.
she had a reason to be doing whatever she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
It was really, really.
And it was a pleasant surprise, as opposed to what they were saying in the trailers. Because in the trailers they were like, "Oh, she stole your tech," and they were insinuating that the phasing tech was from Hank Pym, and thankfully it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't
So you know,
Thankfully, it was her powers.
yeah,
her
she
own
had,
powers.
She actually had
her
powers.
own painful
Mhm.
powers.
Yeah. She's like,
So-
I'm constantly in pain because I'm phasing. In phasing.
Yep.
Every cell is feeling.
Yeah, they said her cells were just like deconstructing and reconstructing,
Mhm.
and the
Yeah,
process just
well,
kept
I can-
repeating.
Imagine being torn apart and then put back
Yeah.
together
It
every
was like
single second.
quantum here, quantum there.
There.
Quantum.
Quantum
gravity.
everything.
And Scott was like, you guys are just adding quantum to everything."
Yeah, correct.
Okay, quantum burger, quantum fries, quantum condom.
This movie was pure gold, man. Pure gold.
It would, yeah. If you don't take it too seriously, it really, really is quite
Mhm.
good.
Nah, so it
Can
was,
we finally talk about the mid-credit scene?
Oh yeah,
Guys,
the mandatory link to the Infinity War, the mid credits.
Yep.
No, that was so stupid.
Yep,
Okay, I'm actually quite mad about that.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, for those of you who just want to spoil it for yourselves, what happens in the mid-credit scene is Scott is shot into the quantum realm so they can they can collect some quantum energy for the villain, and he is sent there by Hope, Janet, and Hank Pym. But while he's in the realm, Hope, Janet, and Pym all die from the snapping from Infinity War.
Yeah. Which is ridiculous because Thanos half of 4 would be 2. Kinda.
I mean,
So why is there
It's
kinda,
half
no.
of the fucking world.
it's a random half.
Yeah. What the?
I know, but how could they be so unlucky for all 3 of them to disappear?
All of the
Come on.
Pyms.
If
The
they-
yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
if
come
they
on.
only disintegrated 2 Pyms, then what
Yeah,
the heck?
because-
It would be so scripted. Come on.
Like
Come
2
on.
Oh,
Pyms.
come on.
No, but it was really unfortunate. Like, it was really unlucky that they shot Scott into the quantum realm, and the 3 people that were there ensuring that he could be brought back disappeared.
Precisely.
It was really unfortunate.
Exactly.
It was.
I don't know if it's bad writing or if it's good writing.
And now-
Because,
and-
it's ridiculous.
And now Scott is stuck in the quantum realm.
He's stuck. It's
Yeah.
so sad. I don't know if they're just trying to create another tragedy because it was already a tragedy.
But he is
But,
gonna
well,
be.
this is annoying.
But he is gonna be a big part of Avengers 4. That's what we know so far.
Yeah, he has been seen in many behind-the-scenes
And he-
photos and.
And he's the only non-original Avenger because all the Avengers that appeared after the first Avengers movie disappeared. He's the only one that didn't.
Aside from Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah, Rocket doesn't count. You know, he's the Guardians. But in terms of
yeah,
like
and-
main Avengers,
Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like all the ones that were introduced after the first Avengers movie, like Falcon, Scarlet Witch, the Winter Soldier, they're all gone.
Mhm.
But Ant-Man is
Yeah.
the only one. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
fucking love
I
Ant-Man.
expect. I don't know how do you think they're gonna get him out?
He is
Think
going
about
to
it.
get out of the realm. He will figure a way out because he's done
How?
it before. You know, maybe the modulator or remember Janet? She did mention the time vortex. Maybe
Yeah.
he'll get out
I
through a
think
time
it'll be
vortex.
something like a time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you guys saw some behind-the-scenes footages of Avengers 4. Captain America was seen wearing his old suit,
Ooh.
and Tony Stark had, and they all had like this little band, something, or like a little thing on their hands.
A time
So
travel
it
band.
may be some time traveling stuff, you know. There has been a lot of rumors and theories out there that Loki may even come back.
A time travel band on
What?
the hand.
Hello,
Mhm.
hello, hello, hello. That's new. That's new news. Loki's
Yeah,
coming back.
you could just Google it. There's a lot of theories, a lot of rumors. You can just take it seriously or not. It is rumors, so
Yeah, Loki. Yeah,
I'ma check it out.
time travel will
I'ma
definitely
check it out.
be a big part of Avengers 4 because
it's
c-
gonna yeah.
Yeah.
the time
definitely.
travel and the quantum realm. So my boy Ant-Man will be a big part of Avengers 4, which is great.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's actually refreshing to see him play a huge part aside from the main Avengers, Black
Yeah.
Panther, who
Comic.
has been getting a lot of popularity lately and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
And
it's good to see Ant-Man stepping up.
I'm so happy to see that Paul Rudd was cast. I freaking love Paul Rudd. He's America's sweetheart. Thank you for casting Paul Rudd as Ant-Man.
Like uh uh like just a really weird side question for you guys, especially for have both of you watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah, I do. I've watched up to
Yeah.
season
So,
3, season
Have
4.
you ever
Yeah.
like imagined Ant-Man to be Adam Sandberg?
Andy Samberg?
Adam.
Is it Andy or Adam?
Adam or Andy?
I can't
Andy.
remember.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
the
Adam-
Lonely
is it
Island guy,
Adam or
right?
Andy?
Yes, Adam.
Basically, Jake Peralta.
Wait, so
Yeah.
you mean there was a time where he was considered to be Ant-Man?
No. I mean, like, just you yourself. Like, have you ever pictured
Yeah, you can picture
Jake
him.
Peralta
Yes, you
as
can. It's
so
Ant-Man?
easy.
Because
I
when I
don't want
watch
him.
Paul Rudd, he reminds me a lot of
No.
Jake Peralta.
No.
Okay.
Paul,
So
no.
it's just a me thing.
No,
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. Sorry, no.
just leave
He
him
cannot
to
do
Paul
it
Rudd.
better than Paul Rudd. Okay, Paul Rudd. I'm sorry. Andy Samberg is funny. He's cool, but Paul Rudd is the goat, right? The goat.
Okay.
It's like
Calm
it's
down.
like
We leave
so
you
it's
in
like
Paul.
how Hugh Jackman will always be Wolverine.
Wolverine. Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
picture
Yeah,
him.
Paul
it's
Rudd
something like that, right? It's
is-
like Paul Rudd will always be Ant-Man.
I don't care if it's different from the comics, Scott Lang. Paul Rudd is Ant-Man. Keep him as Ant-Man. Okay.
Like how Tony Stark will always be Iron
Always
Man.
be Iron.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you mean Robert
true.
Downey Jr.?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll always be. Yeah, he'll
Tony-
always be
Wait,
Tony Stark.
Did I just say that? Who
you
did I
said
say?
Tony Stark will always be Iron Man.
Oh,
I
You
mean,
meant like Robert Downey
duh,
Jr.
I meant Robert Downey
Yeah.
Jr.
But just like how Nicolas Cage is the new Spider-Man noir in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Nicolas Cage will always be Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, sorry, I forgot to add context to that. Nicolas Cage is actually cast as Spider-Man noir in the upcoming Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah.
And
Miles
Nicolas.
Morales, my man.
Yeah. So it's a movie that'll star
I'm
Miles
excited.
Morales, several different versions of Spider-Man, including Spider-Gwen,
Yeah.
and now Nicolas
Yes.
Cage is gonna be one of them.
Nicolas freaking Cage.
I-
I can
Yes.
already imagine his voice as Spider-Man Noir, and it fits. I actually,
Does
liking
it?
the
I don't know.
picture.
I can't tell.
I don't know. Nicolas Cage. I always imagine him, from Face Off, his movie Face Off.
Oh God!
Yeah. So I don't know. It's like
One of his most campy performances.
I mean, his voice, not his acting. I mean, his voice may work, may not work. I don't know. For me, I'm leaning more towards the may work, but still, I have my skepticism here and there. I'm still a bit skeptical.
Yeah, like Spider-Man.
I'll just see. I think it's okay.
Yeah, Into the Spider-Verse will definitely be a good movie, but I can't say the same for Venom. You know, the one starring Tom Hardy.
Venom. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll be good. Like the trailer,
I
from
mean,
what we've seen so far, when they
right.
showed Venom, it looks kind of okay actually. The Venom character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks
I think they're
decent, but-
portraying Venom as an anti-hero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's
In
what they're
the
gonna do.
movie.
Yeah.
I like the
So
part where
that kind of.
the mask takes over and he's like, "We're Venom."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're Venom.
That part was cool. That part was cool.
The tongue pops out.
Yeah.
But
Shush. The one thing that's gross is
speaking of Venom, Spider-Man finally has a title for the upcoming movie that'll be coming out next year, summer, I believe. Spider-Man is my favorite Avenger of all time, but from the MCU, it's Ant-Man.
Holland.
But I freaking love Spider-Man. Tom Holland's cool, and it'll be
Tom
called
Holland.
Spider-Man: Far From Home. Yep, that's the title. So the first one was Homecoming. Now it's Far From Home.
And then the third one will be called
I'm back home.
Country Road, Take Me Home.
Country Road. Filming for Spider-Man: Far From Home actually took place in lots of different countries, like the U.S., London. I can't remember the other ones, but that's basically the implication they're setting based on the title. So he'll most likely be abroad for a whole lot of the movie.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
York.
Does make-
Yeah.
Yep.
And the most interesting part is the piece of news is actually Jake Gyllenhaal might star as the villain in the movie, and the villain might be Mysterio.
Serious.
Finally, an interesting villain for a Spider-Man movie.
No,
But-
Vulture was great.
I mean, no. That's not what I meant. Vulture, don't get me wrong, Vulture was great. But Mysterio, the Vulture in the Homecoming movie was more of a tech guy. You know what I mean? He's like Tony Stark. You know, he gets the tech, he becomes the Vulture.
Oh, he wasn't an
And there was a
organic
shocker
bird.
and stuff. Yeah. But Mysterio, from what I remember from the comics and the previous games, he's like more like
I
a
think Mysterio's cooler.
mystical
Yeah.
villain.
He
right?
deals with
Magic here and there.
illusions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I like him way better.
yeah, so
It-
like it's kind of like a break from all the tech stuff, you
But-
know.
but I
It's
don't-
like magic.
I don't know if Jake Gyllenhaal will be a good Mysterio. I don't know. Jake Gyllenhaal is a
that
great
was-
actor,
Yeah,
but will he fit the role? We'll see.
I don't.
that
Yeah.
is the part
Yeah, we'll see.
I wanted to ask about. What do you guys think about Jake Gyllenhaal taking the role as Mysterio? Because to
I
me,
don't-
I find it a little weird. I mean,
Yeah, I think it's weird. I
now.
think he's too much of a pretty boy.
I've
To be
been
Mysterio.
very open with Marvel castings. Marvel has always nailed it in terms of castings, except for Iron Fist. I think that was the weirdest casting they've ever done.
that's
Yeah,
true.
Iron Fist.
That's true.
But like Ant-Man, Paul Rudd, Tom Holland. He's okay. Like he's not the best, but he's very good.
No,
Tony
he's
Robert
really
Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. It's all good so far. It's been amazing. But the only thing that I'm disappointed with is that Emily Blunt didn't get to play Black Widow, and they gave it to Scarlett Johansson instead. Damn it.
Oh yeah, I saw the article on
Yeah.
that. Oh my
Yeah.
god, she would have made such a great Black Widow.
I think Emily Blunt would have been a better Black Widow, hands down.
I agree.
Yeah, I
Hands
will
down.
stand by that. Fight me.
Period. Period.
Scarlett Johansson, you
So
are
I
great.
shouldn't say anything.
Scarlett Johansson, you are great. You are a lovely, beautiful woman who has done a good job with Black Widow. But
Mhm.
I feel bad. I take it back. Okay, I feel so bad for Scarlett Johansson. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I think she's okay.
But
Good.
if I could do a finger snap and be like Emily Blunt, Black Widow, I would do it. I would like to see that.
I would too. I would too. She has the build for Black Widow, the more realistic build, not just. Forgive me for saying this to all Black Widow Scarlett Johansson fans. She's
I
not
mean-
just boobs and ass,
Oh wow,
Hey,
Emily. Yeah. So.
but some people like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's fan service. I,
think-
don't know, but
I
if you're
have
looking for
Okay.
more realistic.
I have
I love
nothing
that.
wrong with Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow character. I have a problem with how they film her fight scenes. It's all just action cuts. So annoying.
yeah, it's just a lot of cuts.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of cuts.
That's the Hollywood fight scenes for you. You wouldn't see that kind of fight scenes in Jackie Chan's films.
You know what kind of fight scene they should learn from? Okay, don't come on my ass because I say The Last Jedi, but The Last Jedi. The scene where they were fighting
Yes.
inside the Snoke's throne room, that just one take
Yeah.
fight scene,
With
that was
Kylo
good.
Ren?
Yeah, with Kylo Ren and Rey.
Yeah, that's really, really
That was a really good action scene.
I agree.
Rey was
I
fighting a
agree,
bit
I
too
agree.
well. Like, come on, she has no Jedi training, whatever. But it was a great scene.
But she was
Yeah.
struggling.
Kinda.
yeah,
See her
kinda.
struggling.
not really,
Yeah.
but kinda, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
She
these
took a few bops. But that's it.
guards are like elite trained guards that are entrusted to Snoke specifically.
Mm-hmm. That-
They're guarding Snoke
That's true.
specifically, so they must be like the cream of the crop, top tier guy. So if
Yep.
Kylo is having trouble with them, how is Rey keeping up?
Yeah, you're right. Ray shouldn't even match them.
Exactly. I love
Well-
Rey. She's a fun character, and I look forward to seeing more of her. But come on, you gotta be a little more realistic, you know?
Protagonist power.
Nah, it's a bit too much. Oh crap.
Back on topic.
Yeah, don't go to Star
Jake
Wars.
Gyllenhaal.
Star
Yeah,
Wars.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Jake
back
Gyllenhaal,
on track. Back
Mysterio.
on track.
I look
I
forward to it.
don't think it's a good idea. We'll see. We'll see.
I
don't
mean,
think.
in his defense, Tom Holland, we had the same reaction when Tom Holland was cast as Spider-Man, and look how that turned out.
I
So,
was
Really?
yeah, I
I
was
didn't
relatively
because
neutral. I was yeah.
I was
yeah.
neutral because I knew like from reading that he was a gymnast, and I was like, hey, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, aside from that,
Yeah.
I mean, like more of the looks instead of the gymnast part. But, you know, it worked in the
Yeah.
end.
And
So
when I saw him in Civil
I'm kind
War,
of gonna trust Marvel on this.
yeah, and he was great.
So
When I
you
saw
think
him
a
in
pretty
Civil
boy will
War,
make you good?
I was like, I'm gay. No, I'm kidding. He was great. Yeah, he was great. He was good in
So
Civil War.
you don't really think a pretty boy will make a good Mysterio?
Jake Gyllenhaal, no, the definition pretty boy has
Oh, come
you know,
on.
the definition of pretty boy is really broad. You know, it can be anything. Jake Gyllenhaal is an attractive
Fine.
man. That's about it.
Fine.
I wouldn't call him a pretty
Fine.
boy. Right? Just give Jake Gyllenhaal some respect. He's a pretty man.
Fine.
I liked his performance in Brothers. That was
Fine.
really one that gave me a lasting impression on Jake Gyllenhaal as an actor.
Right. Well, so we shall see.
We shall see.
Shall see.
But you know
We
which
shall see.
casting I'm definitely
I'm skeptic,
all
but we
for?
shall.
This casting I definitely agree with, even though I hate the Fast and Furious movies. They are shit. They're just really fun to watch shits. Idris Elba is in talks to star as a villain in an upcoming Fast and Furious spin-off starring Dwayne Johnson's Luke Hobbs and Jason Statham's Shaw character. Is it Shaw? Luke? Shaw? I can't remember. Yeah. Now, fun fact, if you didn't watch the previous Fast and Furious movie, Dwayne Johnson's character and Jason Statham's character had really good chemistry, and it was so fun to see the banter between them that fans were like, hey, we want to see a movie about those two specifically because they have way more charisma than Vin Diesel.
You're right.
And Idris Elba as a villain against these two, I would watch the crap out of that movie. I would.
It
I'm
would be
excited.
fun, yeah.
Yeah. Idris
It'll be
Elba is the sexiest man alive. Right? And he's also really cool. Like, have you heard him talk? I want him to narrate my life. Him or Morgan Freeman.
I will guard Asgard with my life.
Yeah. Idris Elba is cool. He is amazing. A really good actor. And yeah, take it. Do it. Don't. I want the news to not be in talks. I want it to be Idris Elba cast.
Actually happening.
Yes. Do it.
Give us the
Right.
official announcement. Do it. Yeah.
And this movie tried to stray as far away as from the Fast and
Boom.
Furious series as possible.
Yep.
Like,
Correct.
for
I
the
was just gonna
record,
say that.
I want to state for the record, okay? Fast and Furious 5 was good. It was fun. I mean, it's still a shit movie at its core, but it was really fun. But 8, was it 8 or 7? I can't remember. I lost count, okay? Was absolute garbage, right? It was shit.
True that.
Stop giving
Correct.
these crap movies money. Okay,
They
stop it.
started off really, really good, but then they
The most unrealistic stunts, even for movies, is ridiculous.
well,
It's a huge, like, it's just a huge jack off session for Vin
Actually-
Diesel.
yeah. Actually, it's a signature now for Fast and Furious. It's just that man trash.
Kind
Stop.
of went downhill after Tokyo Drift for me. Tokyo
Yes.
Drift was the best Fast and Furious,
Let's stop.
in my
Yeah.
opinion.
It's gotta stop. Alright. But you know what shouldn't stop? Luke Cage. Make a season 3 now. I demand it. Right?
I've actually got to. I shouldn't say that.
You haven't watched Luke Cage?
I
It's
actually
okay.
got
I'm
to
the only
starting season 3.
Let's-
I've got to starting season
Okay.
2.
I'll get there
I'm
someday.
gonna open my
I'll get
magic
there.
book. Alright. Flipping through it, if you can hear.
I'm
Right.
gonna get there someday.
Magic book. Tell me who has watched Luke Cage on this podcast. It's just me, so we're gonna gloss over it, right? I'm always the only one watching.
I'll get there someday.
Right.
I'll get this.
Now, in terms of
I'll-
TV shows, right? You're gonna get there. It's okay. But the magic book will answer you another question. Does Riverdale and 13 Reasons Why suck?
Yes.
Oh, it says yes.
Now, yes.
Yeah, it says yes.
Now, yes. Yes. You see
Right.
that? Why? Okay, 13 Reasons was really, really, really good. Like at the beginning, it was.
No.
If I'm not wrong, it was from a book.
Yeah, it's from
I
a book. It's a book adaptation.
Yeah. And yeah, I read the book way, way, way before it was even announced. The pilot episode. I loved it so much because the concept was so refreshing and new. But now it's become so mainstream that, No,
The show
it's
is Riverdale, and especially Riverdale. It's just crap TV, right? It's terrible. It is a bastardization of the Archie comics. If you want to do a show like Riverdale and have these characters, with like murders and crime plots or whatever, and you want to call it something else, that's fine. But don't take the Archie license and then do something like that. Just do it with a whole new license. Why can't you do that? So short answer, they suck ass, right? They suck ass.
Okay.
They suck ass.
I don't even intend on watching.
They suck ass.
I didn't intend on watching Riverdale. I was intending to watch 13. Why? But when they announced the season 2, I was just like,
I
oh.
will fight you on the street, okay? If you disagree. Riverdale sucks.
Y'all, 13 Reasons Why, just read the book, okay? It's way, way better.
Reading
Just
for nerds. Okay. Nobody reads anymore. It's 2018.
Be a fucking nerd.
You get an audiobook. You get an audiobook.
You get audiobooks and podcasts.
Yeah, you get it. You know what speaking of which, you know what I'm excited for? Sacha Baron Cohen. Yeah, if you've watched all of his comedies, Borat, The Dictator, he's actually making a new TV show. That's gonna be great. I'm not sure when it's out. I just glossed over the article, but he's developing a new show, and it's definitely gonna be comedy based. So yeah, definitely gonna watch that. Definitely. And aside from that, I'm also excited for this Ultraman show. Yeah, anyone watch Ultraman as a kid?
That was my childhood.
Me,
bro.
that was my
Ultraman.
I was a hardcore Ultraman fan.
I didn't watch the classic ones, but I did manage to catch Dyna and Tiga on TV.
Oh my god, those two are my favorite.
Yeah, Ultraman Dyna, Ultraman Tiga. Those were great.
I freaking grew up. I grew up freaking doing the stupid pose.
Oh yeah, the T pose.
Oh my god, that T pose.
Yes.
I did that everywhere I went as a child.
The way he blasted the monsters.
It's going to be amazing.
And the sound effect.
Oh. Yeah, let me actually take a look at the. Okay, so this one is apparently based on I think it's more based on the manga, and it will premiere on Netflix in spring 2019. Yeah,
Ooh.
that's
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Next
my
year.
Months of waiting.
so
Months of waiting.
exactly. So that's I think, wait, what's the TV adaptation? Okay, it's described as an action drama that revolves around a man who happens to possess both the spirit and the DNA of the legendary Ultraman, and he wears a metal ultra suit and uses his abilities to fight evil. Ooh, it looks like it sounds just like the classics already.
Yeah. As long as it's the classic.
Yeah,
Long.
No, we'll see. Apparently, it's gonna be like a blend of
Crap.
CGI and animation, like a CGI and 2D animation.
Oh.
Ooh, that would make it more badass, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, if they can get it right, sure. But
Yeah, if
I
you can get it right, why not?
Have y'all seen 2D 3D CGI in an
animation?
I mean,
I don't think I've ever seen
a
good blend.
I think I saw like a 3D CGI anime. This one is called Ajin, but I couldn't really get into it.
Ajin was good.
Yeah,
Ajin was good, but it wasn't good enough for me to move on to the second, third season.
Yeah, I couldn't get
it was
into the
good,
first
but it was
season
bad.
because the animation was just I couldn't. I just
Wonky.
I couldn't take it.
Yeah. Wonky.
So just stick to the traditional 2D. Not everything has to be a 3D animation. Disney, I'm talking to you specifically. Yeah,
they went past the 2D era.
Like
of animations.
the last Disney princess movie that I watched that was in 2D was Princess and the Frog. Hey, that was great though.
Oh, mine was actually Cinderella, believe it or not.
Wow, that's
What?
freaking old. That was freaking old.
That was long
When did you
ago, man.
When did you watch Cinderella?
I think when I was like 12 or 11.
What have you been doing with the rest of your life?
Watching better movies.
Rewatching The
come
Incredibles
on.
1 for like 100 times.
Frozen sucks.
Oh my!
You would not believe if I said it, but I did. I watched Incredibles like every day.
Yeah, The
when I was
Incredibles. The Incredibles is great.
a huge fan of The Incredibles, so I lost my shit when The Incredibles 2 was announced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yo, I was freaking out in the cinema. I was like surrounded by children, and I was just like whisper screaming.
It's been confirmed by the director of
Frozen!
Incredibles 2 that it is not a kid movie.
Well,
It has been confirmed.
will they do a third? That's the question. Are they gonna make like 3
No.
sequels to the Cars first, and then they do a third?
said-
film?
he said not likely though.
Ah,
The director, what was his
crap.
name?
Yeah,
Brad
He
Bird.
voiced Edna
Brad Bird, right?
Mode. What was his name? Brad Bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brad Bird. Brad
He
Bird. Yeah,
said that-
he said it's unlikely
Oh man.
he'll
he
make a
was.
third
He
one.
said he was. Yeah, he said he was like coming out of phase, like finishing an exam, and then like thinking about the. He doesn't even want to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I
So maybe a couple
highly
of
doubt they're gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they
Yeah, a
do.
couple, aka 13 more years, or maybe before I die.
Oh shit! Waiting 13 years for another Incredibles movie. That's wow. That's like me waiting about 1 billion years for the new Kingdom Hearts game.
Mm. It's coming
Sounds
though.
about
It's
right.
coming though.
Yeah,
Sounds-
it's coming.
it's
It's finally coming. Yes, it's coming. That's what she said.
All right, so
All right. So
moving back on track.
right.
Ahem.
What TV shows are you guys currently watching?
Luke Cage season 2.
Luke Cage season 2. Wow, I just got off finishing Luke Cage season 2.
How many? Oh wait.
It's 13
Okay,
episodes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I was gonna say, how long did you take to watch everything?
I think it premiered. All the episodes were launched on Netflix on the 24th of June, and I finished it about 2 days
Mhm.
ago. So yeah, I didn't exactly like binge it all at one go. You know,
Oh, you didn't
spread
binge
out a
it, like you
little
didn't like sit through the whole season.
bit. Yeah, I kind of took
Yo.
like about an episode a day, episode every 2 days. You know.
All right.
Yeah.
I see.
I have been, unfortunately, guilty pleasure binging BBC Sherlock again.
It's
Oh.
good.
Hey, that was a good TV show, but
Sherlock.
It's
I wouldn't-
still
I
really
wouldn't
good.
rewatch
Sherlock
it.
is good, but season 4 is ass. Okay. Season 4 of
Well,
Sherlock BBC. You fucked it. Okay?
Yeah.
You should have stopped at season 3. Just should have stopped there.
yeah, that was true.
You know
that was
what?
true.
I waited 4 years. I was somewhat content.
I'm a fresh Sherlock fan. I managed to have the opportunity of binging all 3 seasons at once, and I had a few, I had criticisms, but
You
naturally I didn't want to
lucky.
express them so openly, because when you criticize a piece of British television, you normally get your ass destroyed on the internet.
Whoop. You get your ass
Yeah.
whooped. Have you guys seen Tumblr?
Yep. Tumblr
Nah,
Tumblr fans are
mm.
cancerous, all right? You guys are
They are
fucking cancerous.
Terrifying.
Are you one of
Y'all
those
are terrifying.
Tumblr nerds that just sticks around and read theories all day? Y'all are nerds, but then again, so am I. So fuck you and fuck me. Right? It's a circle jerker fuck.
A
Honestly,
neutral fuck.
Okay, honestly, I do read the Tumblr theories, but
Get out.
I don't take them as seriously as some
Get out.
Hey, I don't take them as seriously as some people do, okay?
Yeah, that's true.
I just gloss them over and say, hey, that makes sense. Hey,
Some
that makes sense.
People idolize
go.
TV shows and everything to the point where they go crazy. They're
It's like they worship.
oh
yeah.
my god, it's
Like
Benedict
they want-
Cumberbatch!
BTS Army.
Oh, don't
No,
even
the dislike.
K-pop.
The dislikes are
Son
coming.
of-
I can
Wait,
hear
you
it
make
coming.
fun of
They're
my
coming. They're
fucking
coming.
BTS? Did you make fun of my K-pop, bro? You wanna go? You wanna go?
How dare you?
Come on,
Go.
let's get
How
outside
dare
right now.
you?
Come on, man.
No,
Let's
I'm
go, let's go.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. K-pop sucks. Okay, K-pop
How
fucking
dare
sucks.
you?
K-pop sucks. Ass. BTS. You know, if you can like the music,
Whoa,
that's
whoa,
your
whoa,
opinion,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
right?
whoa, whoa,
I'm gonna
whoa,
put it on the
whoa, whoa.
record. I fucking hate K-pop.
Hey,
Fucking hate it.
Let's just hey.
Okay? I can
hey,
appreciate-
Let's just
You can like your own music, but my opinion is
there
that
you go.
BTS sucks. That's my opinion,
Ugh,
right?
there
It's
we go. Okay, you're gonna
repetitive.
get ready. You're gonna get 1,000 hate comments. It's
Right.
all your own fault.
Yeah, I'll do
okay?
it right now.
Don't-
Okay,
don't
where's my
drag me into
camera?
this.
I'm just gonna stand up, turn around,
Don't
spread my
drag
butt
me into
cheeks.
this.
Come in.
Ugh,
Let me state for the record that Nox agrees that she thinks that K-pop sucks
I do
also.
not.
Right? It's
Are
a
you
one.
fan
Yo,
of
okay,
K-pop,
I-
Nox?
It's a all for
I
one,
hate
one for
K-pop.
all.
Freak. Okay, hold on. Don't you put words in my mouth. I hate K-pop, sure, but I am a casual on BTS.
So,
Casual.
are you saying that you're casual, like you only come in once and go? So I can be like, you know, I bomb one building and I stop. Am I a casual terrorist? You're still a terrorist.
Yes.
You know, still, still.
That's kind of a bad analogy, you know.
This
Oh, F. Oh, whatever.
this
Fine.
has gone.
Have your piece.
Wait,
I
what
hate K-pop.
the
so-
fuck were we
so-
talking about?
Whoa.
TV
What?
shows, right? What are you watching again? Holy shit.
Yes, definitely.
Oh yeah, you were
said
watching
Sherlock.
Sherlock, right?
Yeah, so now
Okay.
we come to you. You,
What?
the main host. What are you watching
right.
right
I've
now,
been
my good
watching
sir?
a lot of Luke Cage. Luke Cage is great, and I've been
Mhm.
watching Boku no Hero Academia. Great anime.
Is that
Wow.
a TV show?
What? TV show
that
anime,
counted as a TV
same thing.
show?
It's anime, TV show anime.
Yeah,
What-
yeah,
No.
I mean,
we group them together, like cartoon show, TV show, anime. We just
Yeah.
group them all together.
Rick and Morty season 3. I mean,
Because
Shokugeki.
I respect anime as much as I do TV shows and cartoons. Okay, we don't leave the Japanese out of it. That's right.
Yo,
Sure.
he here, just saying, all you anime fans out there, he couldn't finish.
Finish what?
Gonna finish what? You couldn't finish your sentence? Ooh.
Finish season 1 of Shokugeki. My God,
Wait, who couldn't
I
finish?
am
Why?
still somewhat mind boggled. It's so good.
Who couldn't finish
Wait.
season 1 of Shokugeki? Hello, Earth
What?
to Nux. This is your captain speaking. We appear to be
What?
having turbulence problems. What was that? You're back.
Oh yes, sorry.
Wait, I couldn't
What
finish
happened?
season
I
what?
was-
Season.
I was too agitated by you not finishing season 1 of Shokugeki.
I did. Didn't I? Did I? I watched
No,
season
you
2. I watched season 2 and season 3. I thought season 2 was fun.
Really?
Yeah,
Finished
I did. I
it,
did.
if I remember
Oh
correctly.
my God, you did.
Yeah, I did. I finished.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
weren't
I
we?
take it back. I take it back.
What?
Season 1 was fun. Season 2 is also fun. But the problem with the anime, I feel, is that it has way too much fan service. But then
Oh
again,
my
yeah.
God.
Well, it is an ecchi anime.
And season 3 sucks.
Oh,
Hey.
season 3 is
Season
boring.
3
I'm watching season 3
Yeah,
right now.
season 3
It's
sucks.
boring. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
It was a fun
Nah,
story about
boring.
cooking and competing with people at this bombastic, illustrious school of cooking. And then suddenly there's this evil dictator guy that comes in and be like, "Hey, I'm the principal now, bitch. Oh yeah, what's her name? Arina, right?
Arina?
You my daughter. You now my bitch. You know, this kind of thing. It's like it's just blown out of proportion now. It's stupid.
Oh,
But
It was it was an interesting concept with the whole cooking thing at first, but now it's just they're taking it out of proportion.
it's a bit too much.
I will forever be a Shokugeki weeaboo nut otaku piece of shit. So I'm just taking all in.
I can make criticisms on anything, even the things that I love, like Tokyo Ghoul, right? Speaking of which, this is dedicated to Sui Yoshida. Tokyo Ghoul was great. I love you, Sui Yoshida. Can you please make more? Don't end it here. Right, please. Tokyo, if y'all didn't know, Tokyo Ghoul's manga recently ended. It was a great 7 years. It ended a bit too abruptly. Lots of plot lines weren't resolved, but it was a ride. It was a great ride. Thank you.
Oh
Gonna miss it.
God, I want Shokugeki. God.
This is a
It walked out a legend.
legend. So, right, that's going to be all for today's podcast. Thank you for watching. This was by far the most. Please don't kill us for not liking K-pop, or do it. Whatever. All right. This was fun. Yeah. Leave a like.
We respect opinions,
What?
you know.
Yeah,
We respect
respect
opinions, but we have our own.
But you can have
Please
wrong
don't tell
opinions.
You know what? Actually, I don't.
Your opinion. I'm joking. Okay, if you like K-pop, that's your shtick. You know, like you want to beat off to K-pop, that's cool. You like gay porn,
do it.
that's your game, my
Just-
man.
Yep.
Right?
Okay, guys.
But if you-
we should end it off.
Yeah, if you do like gay porn, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to this podcast, and share it with your friends. This has been Taco Teeks, Raiden Heights, and Nox. I hope you had a good time. See you next week.
Bye.
See you guys next week. Bye bye.